So a common question that we get here at the school is surveillance systems or nanny cams in the seller's home. Are they legal and what should the agent do about it? Well, we're going to discuss that in this video. Hey everyone, my name is Vojchehoske. I'm the director of Randall School of Real Estate. Before we get started in today's video, please give this video a thumbs up, hit that little subscribe button, and click that little notification bell. Check this little bad boy out right here. It's a clock, but it's also recording. It records your showings. It's got high quality video and high quality audio recording capabilities. In fact, this one here, it can record conversations up to 150 to 200 feet away. And they are recording your conversations with your clients during showings. So nanny cams and home surveillance systems, they are changing the way we conduct showings in real estate today. When I first got into the business, I had a high probability and a high confidence of assurance that our showing was private, but not anymore. In fact, I read an article just recently where it's estimated 29% of all American households have some type of recording surveillance system. So a frequent question that we get here is, can sellers legally record showings and listing appointments? We're going to tackle that in this video. I'm going to let you know what the law requires, what the Real Estate Commission's position is, and then what you can do as an agent to protect your conversations with your clients. But first, a disclaimer. I am not an attorney, so this is not legal advice. It's for informational purposes only, and you need to have this discussion with your designated broker and/or your company attorney. Okay, there are two ways a seller can spy on you while showing your property or you're on a listing appointment: audio recording and video recording. Now, a seller is permitted to use both methods provided they follow the law. So let's deal with audio only first. In Nebraska, we're a one-party consent state. That means as long as one of the two people involved in the conversations knows that the conversation is being recorded, it is perfectly legal. So if a buyer, for example, is audio recording the conversation between her and her buyer's agents, or her buyer's agent, it is legal even if the buyer agent is not aware of it. On the other hand, a seller is not legally able to record the conversation between you and your buyer. So a seller would be breaking the law if they recorded the conversation between the buyer's agent and the buyer during a showing on their house. Now, video has a separate set of rules. First of all, the seller can record any showings that's taking place on their home without anyone's knowledge, but there is a caveat. Number one, the recording cannot record in an area that one would have a reasonable expectation of privacy, such as a bathroom. And number two, if there is audio with the video, then the audio recording laws do apply. Therefore, it would be perfectly legal to video record a buyer's agent and their client while showing the seller's house without any consent, as long as there's no audio with the recording. Now again, video only recording would be legal without anyone's consent if there is no audio recording. But if there's audio recording, then there has to be the consent of one of the two parties having the conversation. Okay, what does the Nebraska Real Estate Commission say? Well, according to Greg Lemon, he's the director of the Nebraska Real Estate Commission. The commission has no position one way or another. They have no rule. So, how can you as a real estate professional protect yourself and your client? Now, buyer's agents, you must educate your client about the probability that the showing is going to be recorded. Now, keep in mind, yes, it is illegal for the seller to audio record the conversations between the buyer's agent and the buyer. It's illegal, but I guarantee you it's going on, and you have to assume that it's going to happen. That's why we need to educate our buyers. So, what does that mean? Advise your buyers not to say anything that's confidential, or number two, say anything that might jeopardize their bargaining position. So for example, the buyer is walking around the house during the showing saying how much they love the house and they can't live without the house. There's a less probability that the seller will be willing to negotiate because they know your buyer really wants the house. On the other hand, if your buyer is going around the house during the showing insulting the sellers, saying how bad of housekeeping how bad of a housekeeper they are, that could offend the seller, and that also could jeopardize their ability to negotiate. Seller's agents. Ask your sellers if they have any surveillance systems, including nanny cams in the house, and educate them on the legalities of video and audio recording. All right, if they have a home surveillance system of any kind, I think it's my personal opinion, I think you should note that in the agent remarks of the MLS. Okay, that's all I have for today's video. I appreciate you sticking around. Do me a favor. Again, give this video a thumbs up. And if you would, click on that little red subscribe button and that little notification bell. See you in class.